Good morning, everyone. Today, our topic of discussion is Reynolds experiments and its applications from the subject pharmaceutical engineering. This is very important and interesting topic of this subject. So, myself, Professor Surbi Jain from FIIT Pharmacy. Now we are going to start our lecture. These are the contents in which we will see basics of fluid flow, viscosity concept, basic equations for fluid flow, nature of fluid flow by Reynolds experiment, applications in pharmaceutical field. Now first we will start with basics of fluid flow. So as we also discussed earlier in the previous lecture, fluid is a substance that flows when subjected to a shearing stress layer of the fluid slide relative to each other. Both gases and liquids are defined as fluids. Fluid mechanics is the study of the flow of gases and liquids. The degree of resistance to shear stress is represented by the term viscosity. High viscosity means high resistance to shear stress, that it does not flow easily. Now we will see the concept of viscosity. What is viscosity? Viscosity is a measure of resistance to shearing motion. As we all know, the resistance of motion is called as viscosity. The unit of viscosity is Newton per meter square, but it has no name. The poise or a centipoise is a SI unit of viscosity, and CGS unit of viscosity is centipoise. These are the typical values for viscosity of water, air, crude oil, and petrol. Now we will move forward to the basic equations for fluid flow, the continuity equation. What the continuity equation shows, Q is equals to VA. So Q is a flow rate, that is meter cube per second, the unit of flow rate, and V is the velocity or the speed by which the fluid flows from the pipe, and A is the area available for flow, that is cross-sectional area of the pipe. So the continuity equation basically defines the equation for fluid flow. And the Reynolds number. What is Reynolds number? It is used to define the nature of flow, like laminar flow, turbulent flow, transition flow, etc. Laminar flow, what is laminar flow? It is a slow moving, uniform, even, smooth flow, like the flow of canal water. Turbulent flow, it is an uneven and the rough flow. Now here in fluid flow also we come to know about Bernoulli's equation. So what Daniel Bernoulli derived? He derived the relationship between velocity, height and pressure. So this we will see in the next lectures. Continuity equation, as I have also discussed earlier, that Q is equals to VA, and for this the experiment is based on, like, imagine a long pipe of varying diameter, like here we can see in point 1 and point 2. So the diameter is large at point 1. So here the velocity of the fluid flow is small. There is the diameter is small, the velocity is large. As we know this concept in a daily life also, we can see, or we can justify it. Yes, when the diameter is large, the velocity is small, and when the diameter is small, the velocity is large. Now here the next comes is Reynolds experiment. Very interesting and the important concept. So what Reynolds does, he investigated the fluid flow using this apparatus. In some books, you get this apparatus. This is just a general diagram, but in some books, you can see so many different type of diagram, but the concept is same for everyone. Here you can see this is a color fluid tank, which is graduated in the upper side. This is a valve to adjust the flow of this colored liquid, or we can say it is a dye. And this is a reservoir which is filled with the water. And here this is the glass tube. This is a glass tube. It is also having a valve. And what the experiment denotes, that when the colored liquid is flow from this valve, from this tube to the reservoir filled tank, which is having a glass tube. So when the flow rate is small, what will happen? The colored liquid will flow very thin layer on a smooth basis and a streamlined flow. And when the speed of the flow of the fluid or the liquid is high, so the dye will break up and it will mix with the reservoir which is having the water. This is the diagram. So what I had told is he first discovered at very low water flow rate dye did not break up, implies no mixing between dye and water, and at high flow rate dye did break up and dye mixed with water. So he concluded from his experiment at low flow rate we get a streamline or a laminar flow, and flow is characterized by streams that do not mix. At high flow rate we get turbulent flow or a lot of mixing. So laminar is converted, we can say a laminar is converted into turbulent flow when we increase the velocity. And the second finding is from the same experiment what he finds, Reynolds heated the water. When heated the water, the changes from laminar to turbulent flow. This is explained by viscosity. Viscosity decreases as the temperature increases. So laminar is converted into turbulent flow. Third one, Reynolds replaced water with liquids of different densities. Here what he used the concept is density. The change from laminar to turbulent occurred sooner for high density liquids. So laminar is converted into turbulent flow as we increase the density. And the last finding, Reynolds used tubes of different diameter. He discovered that as the diameter increases, the change to turbulent occurs sooner. So laminar is converted into turbulent flow as we increase the diameter. So in a nutshell, you can say in Reynolds experiment, the flow conditions are affected by four factors: diameter of the pipe, average velocity, density of the liquid, and viscosity of the fluid. So, which is denoted by this annotations, these are the symbols. Reynolds number Re is equals to du rho upon eta. Where Re is the Reynolds number, rho is the density of the liquid, which is having the unit of kg per meter cube. U is the velocity, that is meter per second. D is the pipe diameter, which is having the unit of meter, and eta is the viscosity, kg per meter square. Okay, so this is about the, we can say the velocity unit is pascals also. So this is the Reynolds number. Conclusion based on this experiment, this is the values which shows the laminar flow and the transition flow. Okay, so when the values lies in this range, when it is less than 2100, it's laminar flow. When it is more than 4000, it is the turbulent flow. So this is the conclusion based from the experiment. You can see here. Then applications, this is very important part. This is used, what is the applications of Reynolds experiment, why he did this experiment, and what all implementation we had done in our pharmaceutical field. So this is used to predict the nature of the flow, as obvious, viscous or turbulent in a particular set of experimental conditions. The physical stability of suspension or emulsion, as we all know that is a biphasic liquid system, depends upon the rate of settling of particles. So the rate of settling of the particles or the sedimentation rate, which we derive from the Stokes law. So this concept, the globules or the particles, we can say, in the case of suspension, we can say the globules. So the physical stability studies was carried out by this, by implementing the Reynolds experiment. The rate of heat transfer in liquid also depends on the flow, whether viscous or turbulent. So these are the various examples, the various applications in the pharmaceutical field or the dosage form where we implement this Reynolds experiment or the Reynolds law. Thank you.